Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Favorite Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Farino, joined by me and my co-hosts. We got Anshul from the Shaw Show, which he disappeared right now, motherfucker. We got Christian Dyer, Mr. Lefty himself, and we got Dion Johnson from Niner Gang Podcast. And Beto will be joining us shortly. But how we doing, fellas? How we doing tonight?
Good.
All right.
All right, let's get. Yeah, I could tell everybody's all dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I'm out of it.
He said he was watching the Monday night game. Is boring. Shit, I don't even know the fuck is playing Monday night.
Dallas and Chargers.
Oh,
It's 10-10 right now. Oh, here you go. Dion's mom says, "Hey, Lefty."
So
This is my mom with the shit tonight, boy.
Oh yeah, hi Dion.
Just come right on in with the bullshit. It's all right.
All right, y'all. Let's jump right into it. The Niners get handed their first loss yesterday against the Cleveland Browns, 19-17. Brock Purdy struggled all game. Offensive line looked like shit. And it just seemed like we just weren't there. Like we just got dog walked. Christian, what are your thoughts on yesterday's game?
Bad weather, historical defense. I guess the Browns have given up the least amount of yards in 5 games, dating all the way back to 1971, which is like I think the Purple People Eaters or something like that. The Vikings were the team or something like that hold that record going back that far. So we just played a really good defense and we had bad weather, injuries to our playmakers. It happens. Purdy was off, not throwing his best. Drops. Ayuk drops. So probably would have been a touchdown if he catches the ball because Ward was falling down. Just beat ourselves in a lot of ways too. Yeah, we played a great defense, but the penalties were insane. I mean, how many times? Every time we didn't convert a third down, it was because it was third and long. Every third and short we could convert. We just couldn't convert a third and long because every time we're getting behind the sticks to start a drive. So that really kills our offense. So that was the biggest thing, more than even Purdy not playing the best, was because of the fact that we're getting behind the sticks every time.
So really quickly, Miss Debbie did ask, did we think Brock's hand size affected his ability to throw the ball in the rain? That's a 50-50 because it could just be the fact that the ball is slippery. But yeah, you do have smaller hands and you're not gripping that ball as well as somebody with bigger hands would normally be able to grip it. Then yeah, it could have an effect. But then again, it could just be the rain. So
yeah, and it was just super windy too, and his first start, he didn't have any problem holding the ball. Like when he started, when me and Brandon were at the game and getting soaked, he was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Throwing the ball. It just happened to be that game that couldn't hold on to the ball, couldn't throw the ball well in the wind. Like elements are a big thing. Even good quarterbacks struggle sometimes to throw the ball in the elements unless you have an arm cannon.
Yeah,
this comment right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those last two penalties that were called on us were horrible.
That Gibson one was just a
Gibson one was a joke.
That was terrible. And
bro, how?
It sucks that we put ourselves in the position
that actually was able to affect the game. Exactly.
It is football though, and games are close, and the refs can't be freaking dictating shit like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then who? Okay, I don't know who this is.
Crazy guys. Yeah, I think he's one of Beto's guys. But
is he like a Rams fan or something? Like
I'm not sure with you, but
last time I checked, there's only 3 teams in the NFC that are 5-1. It's us, the Eagles, and the Lions. Yeah. And I'm sorry, out of those 3 teams, I'm taking my Niners all day long.
Yeah,
so you can come in and call us whatever you want, but at the end of the day, is your team 5-1? I don't think so.
We play the Browns at home. I think that game goes a lot differently. There's no rain.
Oh yeah.
We don't get injuries.
Honestly, the elements did play a big part. They really did. The injuries, everything.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Even
42
worse.
to 10, buddy. 42 to
Bro.
10. And let me see the score right now. 17 to 10, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to politely close your mouth.
Bro, what's funny is so
We
my
broke
neighbor.
y'all off. Micah Parsons. Who is that?
What's
What's
good?
up,
No, I
though,
can say that. You know what I'm saying? Leighton Vander Esch? What? Nobody?
Yeah, see,
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, your only real defensive guy is gone for the year, Trayvon Diggs. So
The freaking Cowboys are benefiting because Herbert is not accurate tonight.
yeah.
yeah.
It should
Well,
be 24 to 17 right now.
dude, it's funny because like even my neighbor, she's a Cowboys fan, and she was trying to troll me yesterday and today. I'm just like, dude, remember 42-10.
Cowboy fans need to like shove their heads right back up their ass where it belongs. You got your fucking ass handed to you.
I'm like,
Okay?
hey, I was
Yeah,
like,
bro, you can't, as a Cowboy fan, I'm sorry. You cannot
You know what
talk
the
when you
Niners
get
did?
served
The
by
Niners
32
beat
points. That is literally, if you equate 32 points, okay? So a touchdown plus an extra point is 7. So you have 4 touchdowns hung on you along with 2 fucking safeties, and you come in here having the nerve to try to talk?
the
I'm
Niners,
going to need you to go
the
ahead and
Niners-
go sit
hey.
down somewhere.
the Niners beat
Yo.
the Cowboys so bad they took your head that was in your ass and stuck it up your friend's ass. Okay? So shut the fuck up if you're a Cowboys fan. I don't want to fucking hear it.
what's up,
What's good,
Carcast?
Carcast?
No, what's funny is I'm like, dude, the Niners own you guys. Like, you better shut your mouth.
Yeah,
We
like
own
I'm
you.
sorry, the last few times y'all have played us, what has happened? Oh yeah, I forgot you guys took L's. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
normally do.
3-0. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Every time you come around, we just find a way to punch your face into the ground and laugh as we do it. So I ain't gonna lie. For me, that game yesterday was a defensive battle because both defenses played very well. I did see a couple of plays, though, that I did not necessarily care for. And one of them was Trent Williams getting treated like a rag doll by Myles Garrett. I don't know if y'all saw that, man, but
Before
Garrett
the
literally
year,
slung him to the side, and Williams had to catch his balance. You know,
did see
so
that one.
the whole O line yesterday was bad. I was watching
horrendous.
NFL Live today. We were pressured. Birdie was pressured 47% of the time. So I think what happens is teams are just figuring out, hey, if we just keep the blitz going, they don't have anything. Now, here's the kicker for me. If CMC can't go this week, is Kyle going to turn around and be smart and start Jordan Mason? Or is he going to turn around and be stupid and be Kyle and be like, I love Elijah Mitchell. He's going to play. Because Mitchell did nothing.
It's
He
fine.
did absolutely nothing. And I have no idea why he's still holding on to Mitchell or holding on for any hope. But I'm sorry. Elijah Mitchell
It doesn't.
did
It's
nothing.
fine who he uses whoever. Just the problem is he doesn't. He acts like he doesn't trust anybody else.
Yeah.
Where it's like TMC's not in there, and all we got to do is have a long drive. We go 3 and out because we throw the ball 3 times. Just pound it with Mitchell, not Mitchell, but with Mason. You know what I mean? Just trust the
Mason
guy and
seems
go
to,
with it.
he falls forward. He
Yep.
doesn't
That's what
lose
I'm
yardage.
saying.
And whenever he hits a pile, all you hear is the crack of pads and helmets.
Mhm.
So I have
He
no
just-
reasons. I don't understand why you just won't allow that young dude to get out there and do things. The other thing that I said earlier when I did a show this morning was this is why I always knock Kyle Shanahan's leadership. See, the one thing that I didn't like was I think it was like a year or two ago. And the players were like, yeah, we don't need to be yelled at. We don't need a rah-rah guy. You know, we don't need that in this locker room. Let me explain something to you. For the game, in Fred Warner hyping y'all up, telling y'all how much y'all hate these dudes and all kinds of other stuff. Isn't that a rah-rah guy? I am so sorry. As a head coach, if you don't like me getting off in your ass when you're screwing up, then you get the hell off my damn team. And one thing that I never see from Kyle is him doing that. Sorry, Kyle, your O-line played like hot garbage yesterday. Why did you not grab them and snatch Chris Forrester over here and rip them a new one? Hey, get it together, man. What's going on? Like
Dion, Chris, real quick though, Chris Forrester did get the offense.
Chris did. He did. But the thing is you're delegating that responsibility to your position coaches. Don't do that. As a head coach, every now and then, when your team is not playing up to snuff, you need to get off in them. And you need to tell him, hey, y'all need to get it together. I don't know what's happening out there or what's going on, but you either need to tell me so I can fix it and then go that route. The other situation, why was George Kittle non-existent?
I was just going to ask that question. Why was
didn't the Browns give up like something like a super high QBR to quarterbacks when they threw the tight ends? So why was George Kittle non-existent? The man had 3 TDs last week.
Yep.
You lost Debo. You lost CMC. Why would you not go to George?
And Ayuk wasn't working because he was dropping the ball and you couldn't get it to him. So yeah, why not try to get it to D? I mean,
Kittle, like use your weapons. It's not like you're void of talent. You're not. If that's the case, and then you start running Debo packages with Ray McCloud, really? That's what we're doing. You think this defense? You think the Cleveland Browns defense was scared of Ray McCloud, who barely?
And they've seen him in with the Steelers too, obviously.
Yeah, come on, man. They ain't worried about that. And I'm sorry, man. It just you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Luis Moreno hit it on the hammer. He actually sometimes he act like more of a friend than a head coach. At the end of the day, I liken it to being a parent. My father got arrested.
I think Kyle knows how to shut it off. What he can switch back and forth.
Yeah.
When it's time to be a coach, he is. When it's time to be cool, Kyle, he is. Don't think that's an issue.
No, it's an issue because he's not turning it on. That's the problem. He didn't turn that on yesterday. He didn't say nothing to nobody. He just kept running them same bum-ass plays that weren't working. There were no adjustments made during that game.
It's hard to make adjustments in that freaking
No,
situation.
it's not. No, it's not. Stop giving him a pass for that shit, Lefty.
We couldn't, dude. Our offensive line couldn't do shit, Dion.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You figure it the fuck out. You do things that your offensive line is going to be successful at. You don't sit up there and just get stubborn and get stuck in your damn ways.
Yeah, because our offensive line would not even block
and we figured it out. We figured it out.
Damn, Dalvin Tomlinson literally just went up the gut every single fucking.
He was walking right through that motherfucker.
We didn't even have a wall for him.
We figured it out at the end of the game when we got a freaking drive to get in field goal range. We just missed the field goal. But we figured it out.
We missed. We missed 2. And I'm sorry, but there's two simple common factors that nobody's taking into account. It's very simple. You know why we didn't win this game? Number 1, Moody missed kicks. All year long, he was money Moody.
Yeah.
Number 2, we didn't score 30. Notice that? That was the common denominator in every game. It didn't matter who scored on offense. If we put up 30 and Moody didn't miss no kicks, we won. Period.
He missed some kicks in a freaking one of the hardest stadiums to kick in when the weather's bad.
The other kicker didn't have no problem.
Yeah, because his freaking were kicking chip shots.
It didn't make a difference. He didn't have a problem.
He missed one.
You get drafted in the 3rd round.
He fucking missed one, didn't he?
He missed one.
So whoop-de-doo, and we missed one.
No, we missed 2. Yeah, and we missed the game winner.
We missed one more than he did. Moody missed one more than he did. Where if there was no wind, it would have went down the uprights. That shit's hard. He's a freaking rookie. And
it doesn't matter. You don't get picked in the 3rd round to go over there and be on some bullshit. I don't care what nobody says. You're not getting a fucking pass from me.
Any other dude, if that was in a dome, he kicks that through the uprights.
Yeah, but we weren't in a dome.
Yeah, well, it's hard.
He's not always gonna play in a dome either.
Okay,
I know.
Let me ask you this: he went to Michigan, right?
Dude, some of the best kickers to ever play this game weren't good to start as rookies. They got better as it went on. They need time to learn.
Look at this. Last kick of the 49ers Browns game. Initial kick was headed 44 yards from the goalpost center. The spin took it rightwards an additional 0.82 yards. The wind pushed it 2.39 yards further right for a total of 3.64 yards from the center of the goalpost, resulting in the missed field goal. So the wind took effect in that shit.
At the end of the day, you went to Michigan, so I know you played in inclement weather. So I know you know how to kick when shit ain't right. So
yeah, but this is Cleveland. This is right on one of the Great Lakes
I
where the
get
wind
it.
where the wind swoops in more than where he was playing in freaking Michigan.
But at the end of the day, you played in inclement weather in some way, shape, or form.
He's a rookie.
But
It happens.
I also think it was a bad snap too at the once the
snap was fine.
Wait, that was Mitch. Mitch don't never fuck up on the snap.
The snap was fine. I'm pretty sure
just...
Moody even said at the end when they like talked to him in the locker room. I'm pretty sure he said the snap was fine. It was not a snap situation.
Yo, regardless of the fact, I'm gonna say what Nick Bosa said in the presser after the game. We didn't deserve to win that game.
No,
the way we played yesterday, we did not deserve to win that game.
And that wasn't even on the defense; that was on the offense. Because to be honest with you, it has been all year long up to this point with this loss. We had been a two-dimensional team. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, like it to me. To be honest with you, I've always felt this way. If you get picked third round, if you get picked to the first or the third, you're expected to be great at all times. And I'm not, and I get it. So the win was a factor. Not saying that the win can't matter, but at the end of the day, if you're that guy, if you're supposed to be that dude, and they did everything, you got to make it happen. Period. And yes, Moody will bounce back eventually. And I know what Brian said earlier, that, the draft selection doesn't define a player. It does define a player. Because if you get picked that high, that means they saw something special in you.
What's up, TL?
So I have to disagree with that respectfully, Brian. Yeah. That does define a player. Because when you get picked in the first round, that means that somebody believes you are a star. If you get picked in the third round as a kicker, that means somebody believes you are a star. They had enough faith in you to let go of a kicker who never misses in the playoffs ever. Yeah. Who's never missed. He is literally 100% for his career. So if they did that, all bad. But what I'm saying is the penalties killed us. And some of those penalties were bullshit. We all understand that, but at the end of the day, they got called, and that's one thing that you can't review as a penalty. They're not going to let you challenge.
Look at it this way, Dion. We played the best defense we're going to play the rest of the year. Regardless, no defense is going to be that good.
I don't know, Ravens. We got to play the Ravens.
Their defense is nowhere near. Okay, nowhere.
I don't know. Pittsburgh beat the Ravens though. I know they're divisional matchup, but
it's just the Ravens defense is nowhere near as good as
you know what's funny too is,
and hold on, let me finish this, Brandon. We went up against the best defense we're going to face in inclement weather, where our quarterback had his worst game of his career, and we were a missed field goal away from winning that game. So it's not that big. It's not that bad. We played a bad game, which bad weather games. That's what happens.
Rather get it out of the way
against a top defense who's like got historic numbers.
So I'll say this: if that's the case, then anytime it's raining, I'm automatically calling the L for us.
No,
I'll see them lose in the damn rain.
No, because we were in the rain on the road against a great defense. It just depends on.
It wasn't even raining the whole time, though.
Wait, run that back.
It was windy, but it was okay. It was windy, but
let me rewind that for you. The reason why I say that Kyle sucks in rain games. Remember what happened when we played
Chicago Colts?
The Colts? And Carson Wentz lit us the
That was Jimmy.
Up.
That was Jimmy's fault.
No. But at the end of the day, who was at the helm? Kyle.
Oh my God! Kyle can't throw the fucking ball.
He can't. No, he can't. But he is the head coach.
How many interceptions did Jimmy throw?
Again,
fucking Christ, that was Jimmy.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking hear it. That game was Jimmy because he fucking sucks. Dion,
okay, but but at the end of the day, who gets the brunt of all of the bullshit for the franchise? Who gets the praise? Who gets the foot in the ass?
It doesn't matter. It's not the coach's fucking fault that the quarterback is inept.
But I'm saying, at the end of the day, Trey Lance went in Chicago. We lost, didn't we?
Yeah, well, that was fucking. That one doesn't.
Here's a question for you guys.
It was raining. They lost. So anytime it rains, I'm automatically calling the L because that's just what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, and Purdy's first start he kicked the living shit out of Tom Brady in the rain. Thank you. I was
Wait,
at the
was
game.
it raining?
It
was
I
raining.
got soaked. I got
We were
fucking
there.
soaked.
Oh, okay, my bad. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay, here's a question
So-
for you guys from Luis. In your guys' opinion, who had the worst loss, us or Philly? Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions.
Neither. Okay, I
Nah,
guess
the
you want to
Eagles
go
had to
off
be
how
worse.
bad the Eagles played, but we both played good defenses, and that cost us the game. So
I mean,
Yeah,
and
I'd say
we
Eagles,
really
bro.
didn't. Neither one of us really did anything special or spectacular.
Nope.
There wasn't the only good thing to take away from this game was that our defense did what they were supposed to do.
Hey, and shout out to one guy who actually had a good game though, Randy Gregory. It was his first game, and that guy.
Yeah, he stood
He
out.
was
Dallas had
one
a
guy
tough
that
sack.
stood
He
out.
got a couple pressures. He looked pretty good.
Who what I was gonna say too is we had, like TL said, we had 17 missed tackles in this game also.
that's because fucking Dre Greenlaw, dude. You guys fucking don't realize how much it hurt to not have Greenlaw.
Oh no, we know.
He flies.
We know.
For sure.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
know.
that's why I think the run game was affected because
Yeah,
we
we
didn't
know.
have Drake
Because
Greenlaw.
he
That's
fly-
why we
he-
gave up like 100 and something yards
He
on
flies
ground
from
because again, we
sideline.
didn't have.
He goes sideline to sideline so fast that there's no chance for missed tackles because he's coming out of fucking nowhere making a tackle before anybody has a chance to miss a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he is so important to this team, and missing him was hurt
100%.
bad. Like our defense is good, but he is one of the biggest pieces on this defense.
And this right here, this is the perfect comment because Jordan Mason was doing his motherfucking thing. Honestly, toward the end of the game, when you still have one timeout left, Kyle, I'm getting as close as I fucking can.
That's what I don't get either.
Dude,
He had one timeout. He could have ran the ball with Jordan Mason to get the field goal closer.
Did you guys hear what he said after the game?
No.
Kyle or Moody?
Kyle.
Oh God, no.
He said something like, "Oh, we wanted to save that timeout just in case." He said some shit. I forgot what he said.
I get
You
it.
want to save the timeout?
Okay, but he was
when
showing
you're in a game-winning situation.
You gotta understand. He was showing he was showing his kicker that he had full confidence in him. That's how.
He had full confidence. You had full confidence in your kicker, but you didn't understand that the weather was going to affect that kick.
I know.
You didn't see that. Fuck no, man.
You didn't think, maybe we should run the ball so we could bring it a little bit closer.
Think about it. He's got a rookie kicker. It's a young kicker, and it's all about how they are mentally. When you going out there knowing your coach believes in you.
Exactly, but that's why they should have ran the football with Jordan Mason to bring it closer, even if you believe in your kicker.
I still agree with that because
my thing is if I believe in my kicker, I'm going to believe in my kicker in non-inclement weather. I'm going to believe in my kicker, not in that moment where I'm going to give him a 40-yard fucking kick, and I know that the elements are possibly going to play a factor. I want him to have the closest chip shot that he can have all fucking game long. We know he missed the first one earlier, which already would have had us up, and then now we got to put him in a game-winning situation. I'm not putting faith in you, young man. I'm going to give you the easiest thing in the fucking world. I'm going to make your life easy. I have no reason to try to push you in that moment. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Seahawks, Eddie?
So I think the biggest mistake was not giving it to Mason because the Browns defense was tired right there. And there's a chance Mason could have break it for a big one because of his physicality.
Yep.
He scored on that one after the interception. I would have liked to give him the ball and see him do something with it because you never know. The Browns defense was tired. And then you give it to a bruiser like Mason. Who knows what happens? I definitely think Mason should have gotten the ball, but I think Mason should get the ball a lot more now, and we should stop overusing McCaffrey so much early in the season.
That's the biggest issue is that was the number one thing I didn't want. Kyle gets to a point where he gets so enamored with the player that he'll overuse them.
McCaffrey does it. McCaffrey's part of it too, dude. He's like right on Kyle's ear. Put me in that fucking game, literally. Constantly.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you don't. Here's your number one thing. Cannot be a head coach and let your players tell you what the fuck to do.
No, I agree.
You are the head coach. You don't get ran by the players. You run them. There's a hierarchy here. And if you don't know your place in the hierarchy, then you must not need to be a head coach.
I think CMC's a special situation, but I agree. And I think he needs to dial it back. because we need to have him when it counts, and then it's in the playoffs and whatnot. But I think it's time to use these other running backs.
Because I can tell you right now, if you just sit there and you look at it and you look at what Jordan Mason does every time he touches the ball, as a head coach, you need to be studying the film going, I've been fucking up. I need to use this kid, and I need to be able to give Christian some rest. And if Christian is sitting there bugging me, coach, put me in, coach, put me in. Let me explain something to you, young man. You've had an injury history in your career. So what we're going to do is we're going to spell you. We're going to let Jordan do his thing a couple of times. You still going to get your touches. Don't worry about that. But I'm going to make sure that you are preserved for the right time. See, in football, load management should be real. In basketball, ain't no load management. Get your bitch ass on the court and play. You bounce the fucking ball, going up and down the
basketball
court.
Does the most load management there is.
You might bang bodies with somebody a little bit, but it's not that fucking serious.
Yeah, football should have load management.
I mean, it's interesting because like I feel like we're gonna pass it way more because McCaffrey might be out against Minnesota, and it's like, dude, just give the ball to Mason 25 times. I want to see what he can do when he gets the ball 25 times.
Bro.
Also, I'm just like, what was why couldn't Kyle Shanahan think of what else to do? Because he's like, I wasn't prepared at the end of the day for these guys to get hurt. You don't know. Obviously, you don't want them to get hurt, but it's any given Sunday.
Okay, bro, hold on.
Let me finish. But somebody's gonna get hurt, no matter any given week. So you have to be prepared for that situation. And Kyle Shanahan clearly was not prepared because when Deebo Samuel went out, instantly the offense did not look
fell apart.
Yeah, absolutely fell apart.
Let me freaking defend him in that sense. So the reason I can understand why you say he's not prepared, because in a game like that where the weather's bad, it's hard. The one guy you would probably give the ball to went out in the first quarter.
But like, that doesn't matter if the weather's bad. I'm just saying preparation-wise, you should be prepared no matter what.
The way that game was going and the way the weather was, that's a Deebo game, and we couldn't get him the fucking ball.
Okay, let me say
he wasn't in there.
If he goes out in the first quarter, you have 3 fucking quarters to figure out something else. No. You don't know. You have to learn how to adjust on the fly, and Kyler's been notorious for fucking that up during his career as a head coach of the Niners. And we can't say that he hasn't. There have been too many times where he's not adjusted on the fly like he should, and he needs to. You have to learn. If this guy goes out, you need to have a backup. If that guy goes out, you need to have another backup. When you are going into these games, you need to have a plan A, B, and motherfucking C, possibly even D. And if you don't have plan A, B, and C, and all you're relying on is plan A, and plan A fails, and you're looking going, oh, well, I'm going to still keep running with plan A. I'm just going to use a different player. There is not another Deebo Samuel in this league.
We're underestimating how good that fucking Browns defense was and why things.
No, I'm not. The Browns defense was flat out fucking amazing.
Yeah, Browns defense was
great.
That's why.
And to be honest with you, it was there. You know who I didn't notice for the Browns defense? And I'm just being honest.
Garrett.
No, they're linebackers. I didn't notice them at all. They didn't fucking exist. It was that front four, and it was those goddamn DBs and safeties that did the work. Those were the ones that went in there and laid the hammer down.
And that's exactly like what you were saying earlier. One of you guys were saying, like, Kittle. He should have been used because Kittle's used in the middle of the fucking field. So
you put Kittle in inclement weather on a worthless ass linebacker. You don't think he's gonna eat them alive? Like that's what I'm saying. So if your Deebo package failed, you know what you do? You remember last week there were several plays we ran to George and he was eating motherfuckers alive. Oh, this week we're playing against the defense who sucks against tight ends. Maybe with my wizard mind and my offensive greatness that everyone lauds me for, I would think, I have one of the best tight ends in the league, top 3 at a minimum. Why not use him against that defense?
This Monday night game is gonna beat our game for the penalties, dude. There's literally
they out there just getting penalized left and right, huh?
Dude, they've been dictating this game up and down, dude. It's insane.
At the end of the day, this game felt to me like kind of a week 1 game.
It was a trap game.
Look, it was
a trap game.
I'll give the Cleveland Browns credit for this. They talked shit before the game and they backed it the fuck up.
They did.
They talked a lot of shit and they backed up every second of it, and I know they're happy about that.
They benefited from the weather quite a lot, though.
Even though they did,
This
it
game,
was crazy.
This game's a home game for us.
Here's
I
a
think
question.
there's a lot
Here's a question
different.
for us. Right here.
Like
You
this.
know what? I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna put that up to media, and then we're gonna kick it over to you to Brandon, because I definitely got something for this.
Dion.
Okay, I will
Dion, I
say.
talked with you on Sunday about this.
Yeah, okay. I will say like a couple years ago, right? We had Mike McDaniels, and he was given like the OC role. Basically, that's what the Niners need. Kyle Shanahan needs. He just needs somebody else that's like has the offensive mind of Kyle Shanahan. That's like someone that he's worked with right before, and just being able to give ideas off, and that way Kyle Shanahan isn't out there going like this, because the thing is, Kyle Shanahan, he just has so much on his mind, and especially I think when somebody big goes out and you have multiple of guys going out, right, like Debo and CMC, like you see it affects Kyle Shanahan, not just in this game, in the past too. So I definitely think Kyle Shanahan needs an OC or some type of, help, that just a guy that, like can give some ideas and get some of that stuff off of Kyle Shanahan's mind.
Yeah, what you got, Brandon?
I kind of want to say yes, just because Kyle, as you can tell, the past couple of years, Kyle has had like his favorites and who he wants to use and everything like that. I feel like it will be more open if we did have a OC. I felt like it was more open when we had Mike McDaniel a couple years ago. And when they see something not working, Kyle doesn't really dig enough to try to figure shit out. And I mean, he does a lot, but this game for sure you can tell he didn't, because second half, they came out and I didn't really see much adjustments. So
You guys understand that he was scheming guys open in this game.
do you? But Christian, why was it that Purdy kept going to Ayuk only? Kittle was freaking open.
Because Ayuk wasn't working. Like if Ayuk's having an off game where he's not, where he's dropping, or Brock's not able to hit him because Brock's
but if it's not working with Ayuk,
you gotta change it up.
Kittle had a wide open freaking touchdown that had to let us be up in the game too.
Yeah,
but he went to Ayuk.
But at the same, I know, but with the pass rush, you can't even see everything, dude. It's so hard when you're, especially a young quarterback, dealing with a pass rush like that, dude. Nothing's gonna go right. There's a what if this, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But Kyle was scheming guys open. We just couldn't do the plays because the offensive line was terrible, and then Purdy's ball was coming out of his hand terrible because of the wind and whatnot. It just didn't work this time.
I'm going to say this. I do believe that Kyle needs an offensive coordinator, because
he needs an extension of himself, Dion.
Nope.
He doesn't need a coordinator. That's what McDaniels was, an extension of him who could be in his ear and help him out, but he doesn't need an offensive coordinator. He's going to call the plays.
Let me tell you this. The reason that Kyle needs an offensive coordinator is because of the situation that was with Mike McDaniels. McDaniels seemed to know how to adjust. He figured it out. Kyle does not adjust.
Kyle has adjusted.
Hold on, man. I'll let you. No. Nope, don't give me that shit. There is no. If there's adjustments,
we did it all last year in the second half, every time.
I don't get. Are we talking about last year? Or are we talking about right now?
But you're saying he can't adjust. He can't adjust.
He doesn't.
You can't get on him about not adjusting in a bad weather game against a great defense.
You got to figure it. Okay, as a head coach.
It doesn't matter if there's bad weather, bro.
This is football.
You keep giving.
You can't use the weather as an excuse. Do you think the Browns went out there and like, oh, shoot, it's raining? Fuck, man. Let's just not.
It's not. We don't live in a fuck. Oh, my God. We played a fucking defense that is literally historical. Have you guys not been paying attention?
Yeah.
They kicked our ass in a bad weather game. It happens. Not every game can be perfect. Kyle Shanahan can't be perfect all the time. You guys want him to be fucking perfect Miss Daisy all the fucking time. Something goes wrong and it's like, fuck Kyle, fucking Kyle. No, it doesn't fucking work that way.
We're not saying fuck Kyle. We're just saying what needs to be. Yeah, we're just saying what needs to be
in this game. At the end of the day, I hear what you're saying, Lefty. Yes, we played a great defense. Yes, there was inclement weather. But what I am saying is very simple. you, no matter what your circumstances are, must find a way to get it done.
He did, and the kicker missed the fucking field goal.
You can't. Yeah, but at the end of the
Jesus
okay, but at the end of the day,
field goal. We
did
still
you?
had a chance to win. We figured it out. We just didn't win because the field goal didn't go in. So
Okay,
technically,
and
everything
Well,
you're
why
saying
is
you
it
got to
related to
do
that, dude?
happened other than the
There's
field
plenty
goal
of
going
plays
in.
that we
There,
could
yeah,
have been
exactly. There was plenty of stuff where okay, if we
yeah,
didn't
but
have
why
penalty
would you?
on
But
the offense and it
the
was
thing
going
is,
back,
why
we
would
would've
you?
been
Why would you
first
put the
down.
hands of this game? Why would you put? Why would you put this game into the hands of a rookie kicker and then make him kick from far, knowing he does not have the experience to be able to deal with that? Now, I would think
that's not what you do. You go into the game expecting your kickers to freaking make the kick. It's just
okay,
that
but
you
what
don't
I'm
think about him
saying
not
is,
making the kick.
you saw him miss one earlier. So why, therefore, would you put him back in the same situation, knowing that there is issues at a bare minimum? You know what you do? You get that weird motherfucker who thinks about science all the goddamn time. He picks up the fucking grass and drops it and goes, well, the wind angle is gonna go at this and it's gonna be that. And okay, so if you kick the ball that way, it's gonna go like you find a way. All I'm saying is there are times where Kyle gets too stuck in what he wants to do. An offensive coordinator will alleviate that and allow him to do other things. If he wants to call the plays, that's fine. But another mind in there telling him certain shit will allow him to be able to understand things from a different perspective. That's what McDaniels offered. I hated Mike McDaniels when he talked because he talked for 50 fucking years and I never understood a word he was goddamn saying. But he seemed to figure out very well how to adjust in games and how to be an extension of Kyle without having Kyle get stagnant on us or, go, well, we lost a guy, but I'm going to stick to the same game plan and just use whoever the fuck is there. Like, it doesn't work like that. You must find ways to adjust in any situation. Because I can tell you right now, if this was the fucking Super Bowl and this shit happened, yeah, I'm blaming Kyle. Why'd you put a rookie kicker in that situation? Don't do that. And if this was hold on. We gave him a fucking pass call and shit. Fuck that, man.
It's football. It's what he's meant to do. I don't give a fuck. He's a rookie.
Hold on,
you
you guys.
A chance to make the kick. He either makes the dude. Field goals from 41 yards have like an 83% chance of going in.
Christian,
over the last
we seem to be the other 17.
Christian, read this comment. Christian, read this comment.
We just
comment.
Well, David,
we got to play. We got to play 40-minute football.
This game.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, for me, I'm just saying it's very simple. You've got to find ways to adjust to anything. Because if we play a Super Bowl, say we make the Super Bowl this year, and there's inclement weather, are we just going to go, well, there's inclement weather, so now we just have to give everybody a fucking pass? No, you've got to figure it out.
We're playing in Las Vegas. There would be no inclement weather.
Okay, well, then there.
Okay.
All I'm saying is you can't do that. You can't just keep giving motherfuckers a pass because of inclement weather and this, that, and the third.
Yeah, because the Browns, like I said earlier,
blame for a change, man.
The Browns didn't.
You always defend him as if it's never anything that he did.
It's not all his fault.
Okay,
it's everybody's fault.
Here, check this out, Christian. Why did Kyle at the end of the freaking game? We had a lot of time left. We were driving down the field.
Okay,
hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Okay, we get what was it? The 25-yard line, 30-yard line, some shit like that before he kicked the field goal, right? Mm-hmm. We had one more fucking down. Why not just get the first down? I think it was like 3rd and 4 or some shit like that. We still had time, but he went all the way down to about 6 seconds, I think, and they freaking spiked the ball. Like, no, dude, like fuck that. Like, get closer. If you really wanted to do the field goal, get closer. So it's a lot easier for the kicker, for one. And two, we have a better chance of freaking winning the game.
Exactly.
That was a stupid play on Kyle's part. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's a stupid call, but at the same time, you have to see it from both sides.
Yeah.
We don't want to possibly fumble the ball. We're in a spot, so we're not going to take a chance. We're in a good place. 80% chance of 80% chance of making the field goal. That's pretty good fucking odds. So
I still would have gone
you know,
closer.
The odds weren't in our favor
it
at
was
that
this
moment.
close from going in. It was this close from going in. If Moody doesn't miss the one earlier in the day, he probably makes this one because he overcorrected for missing the other one. So because of that, he probably makes it. So it's football, and that's how it works. He's a good kicker. He'll figure it out. He's young.
Yeah.
It happens. But you don't worry that he's a rookie. You just go and kick the ball. You play football. You don't play half the game because he's a rookie. That's just
But
fucking
I would have said
stupid.
the same thing if we had Robbie Gould too.
Yeah, you give that kicker.
Yeah, and Robbie Gould can't
Get
make
the
a
extra
55.
yardage.
But what I'm saying is
you
you don't put your kicker in that situation, period. It doesn't matter whether
That's
he
what
was
he's meant to do. That's what they pay him. That's
Not
what
on
his
third
paycheck
down,
is
bro. We had
not
time.
on third down.
Yeah, it wasn't fourth
So
down, and
what,
we're like,
dude?
okay,
We
we'll
had fucking
take.
time.
Obviously, we have to take the kick,
just
but
in
it was
case they
third
messed
down.
up the hold.
You just
If
run
they
the
messed up the
ball
hold, if
and
something
you
else
spike it. Or
happened,
you had
they
one
wanted to
timeout
save the
too.
timeout just in case. That's
Yeah, but fuck that just in case shit,
There
man.
was no
There is no just in case.
Yeah.
We're losing.
Dude,
We need to win.
None of this would have mattered if he would have just made the field goal. So who gives a fuck about
I
anything
would
we're
have been
saying?
saying the same
Because
shit if he would have made the field goal.
It's all off a missed
Yeah,
field goal.
exactly.
Not every game can be fucking perfect.
No, not every game can be perfect, but when you have an opportunity to win, you take your chance at that, and you make sure that you give
And
your
we
Kyle
did.
Shanahan's
You
the
did
head
not.
coach, so he has to put his guys in position to fucking succeed, and that's why you
And he
run
did.
the ball
He
and
did.
take a timeout
He
at the
gave
end.
his kicker. He gave his kicker a fucking kick with 80% chance. You fucking kidding me?
Okay, but
80% chance of making
Christian,
it.
you keep
The
making
kicker
that point,
missed it.
and at the end of the day, we were
He
not
did
on.
put
We
him-
were
he
not
did
in
put him
favor of
in a
that
chance to
80%. We
succeed.
were on
You
that
guys are
same team.
ridiculous.
I'm sorry, we were on the
He
other
did
side
put
of
him in a
that.
chance to
Listen,
succeed.
our
You're telling me
game
he didn't
was
put him in a
so
chance to
shit
succeed
all day,
because
bro.
he didn't take a. Okay, what happens if we get no yards and he gets stopped for 0 yards and it's still
Then
a
we go
41-yard
down,
kick?
get the freaking field goal. We had the one time
Yeah.
out, bro.
But at least we give it a chance to get closer.
Oh my god! And what if we don't get closer?
That's fine.
Then we're
We
having a
start-
If
different
we don't, then
conversation.
we don't.
So
At
who
we
least
still
cares?
we
have the
tried.
timeout.
At
We
least we
kicked the
made an
field goal
attempt.
and he missed it. What if we get closer and he still fucking misses it? Who gives?
Then
Who
okay.
cares?
Then okay.
Oh,
Like I
so
said,
that,
Kyle
so that
Shanahan
makes it okay.
is-
So
At
that
Kyle
makes it
Shanahan's
okay.
But
job
at
is
least
to
we
put the
tried
that
to
makes
get
it okay.
closer.
better
At least
position.
we tried to get closer.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, guys.
That's all I'm saying, man. I just look at it from the standpoint of I understand that this is a young kid, and I need to make sure I put him in the best position to win. And I want to make sure that if I give him a kick in fucked up,
It's
inclement
not like
weather,
we tried to make him make a 55, 60-yard field goal. It's
it don't make a
41-yard field
difference.
goal.
You still it came down, man. And yes,
that's
like
it, dude.
I get
Where
what
he
you're
kicked
saying,
it from
Mighty
should
80.
be a chip shot, but the wind blew the field, it blew it out of the way. It happens, dude. The best kicker ever could miss that kick. Vinatieri could possibly miss that kick. It happens.
Need you to slow your roll on that one. Terry missing
Oh.
them kick.
No.
That motherfucker
He
kicked
might-
it
he
any
might-
weather. He didn't
he
care
might-
what it was. He made
He
it.
might kick it. He might kick it good, and if the wind blows it the way it wants to blow it, you
Hey,
never know.
So, like I
That's
said,
rare.
dude,
Because one of the
Like I
kicks,
said-
hold on, one of the kicks for the fucking for the Browns kicker was gonna miss, and then the wind said sorry, blew it back in where it went in. It was literally the announcer was like, "It's going oh, blah, 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 poop," and then it fucking wind took.
Hey,
it and
he
went
was
in.
4 for 5 while Moody was 1 for 3. That's all I'm saying.
It
It
happens.
happens.
It's we picked the wrong side of the field to be on when the game mattered, because we're on the other side. Maybe the wind kicks it and keeps it in.
yeah.
Just like the Browns kicker. The Browns kicker, he kicks the ball, the wind puts it through the uprights instead of pushing.
But then
it
again,
out.
the Browns, I have to give the Browns. I can't say much about the Browns kicker because that's his stadium. So he kicks in that shit all the time. He kicks in that 8 games out of the year, so he already knows what the wind will and won't do.
Exactly.
So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we got our ass handed to us by a defense that was just that damn good. That I can say
and
this.
leave it at
The only
that.
thing,
Stop
the
blaming
only reason
everybody.
that we
It
really,
happens.
the number one reason we lost that game was exactly what I was saying.
Guys, the
It was
last
very
Super Bowl,
simple. Moody missed kicks, and we didn't score 30.
the
That's
last time we
literally
won,
the
the
two
last time we
factors
won the
that
Super
are
Bowl,
always
Leon,
in each one of our
Yeah.
wins.
the last time we won the Super Bowl, we got blown out in one of our losses.
Shut up.
Like,
Fucking bad though,
we
Chris.
lost by 3 points.
Shut the
We got
fuck
we got our ass kicked and almost still won the game. Okay, when we last time we won the Super Bowl and we lost, we got our fucking asses blown out. So
What? Wait, Our last
They got blown out by the Eagles that year that they won the Super Bowl.
Beto, stop it. I'm going to freaking get rid of your freaking ass. God damn.
Beto came in doing that purposely to cool down the
Dude,
heat going on in
I
here.
was I'm too lazy. I was on the couch, but Christian's being all by himself, being attacked. So I'm like, I got to jump in the back of my
You're
boy.
agreeing with this shit too?
Yeah, I back up Christian 100%.
Okay, what are your thoughts on the freaking game then?
Mr. Kyle should have went for it on third down.
Why not? There was time.
Oh my
Beto,
gosh.
really?
Why not try to get
You're
closer?
supposed to give him the best opportunity to get the field goal, my guy. I'm gonna repeat it as much as I
Beto,
need.
Is that
what
milk
game were you
done?
watching, bro?
Listen,
He did
guys.
give him the best opportunity.
They were trying not to fumble the ball or lose possession. They were trying to just.
They were driving down the field that series, bro.
They were trying
If
to.
anything,
It's
they
an
could have ran with Jordan.
81% to make that field goal. That's why you hire a kicker. That's why you get a kicker in the third round. He
Gosh
missed
damn,
it.
Beto, at least come to the stream with
80+%.
some original new ideas, man.
What the milk dud?
I love it. Hey, I like this. I like this.
Get that vibrating dildo out of your ass.
There you go. Media with the shit. I like it. At the end of the day, I mean, it's simple. We got our ass handed to us by a defense that came in and made Brock Purdy look pedestrian. And I can tell you right now, for all the Brock Purdy haters out there, that was a game they wanted to see. But the issue is you can't say that he didn't face adversity and do what he was supposed to do because he got us down the field where the fuck we needed to be.
Yeah. That
and
I agree.
The issue is that just the kick didn't go in. Now, me personally, I do agree with Brandon. I do agree with Anshul that we honestly should have tried to get it just a bit closer because I'm even though I hear everything that Christian is saying. Mm-hmm. My thing is if I'm a head coach, I'm not going to put my young rookie kicker in any situation where he has to kick from that far in that shitty of weather. If I already know that is the situation, I'm not doing that. You know why? Because I have no reason to trust this young kid with this kind of kick when I saw him miss one earlier.
He's got to take these kicks.
But that's
now,
what he got.
Dion, let's not hold on. Let me see. Let's not put him in any situations. And then the playoffs come and he gets in that situation because the playoffs, you can't control what the fuck happens. And then he wasn't in that situation all year, so he's not prepared. That's just fucking stupid.
Okay.
Put him in the situations. Let him figure it out. Okay.
Hold on.
Good kickers. Dude,
he didn't figure it out though. It missed.
Robbie Gold's considered probably a Hall of Fame kicker. His rookie season was shit.
Hey, okay. So
what did Kyle say?
Kyle said that they ran the sequence at the end before the field goal, how they did because they wanted to keep a timeout in the pocket in case there was a bad snap so they could reset and try it again if needed.
And that's why you do it on the third down, not on fourth, because you don't get that opportunity on fourth down.
I guess.
There's your answer.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like I said, Moody missed kicks. We didn't score 30. That's why we lost.
We didn't.
Not to mention
win that game anyways. So
Kyle was happy to have been in field goal range that game, the way that game was going. So he wasn't willing to take that.
He automatically went back to old conservative Kyle. You know him.
It wasn't conservative, dude. It was going with the way the game was. We were lucky to have gotten in field goal range. We were lucky to be able to position to win a game the way that game was going. So he was like, "Let me do it right here. I trust my kicker. I don't want to take a chance."
Dude, if he misses the kick, we're not even having this conversation. We're having a
completely different
but
conversation.
that's an if. That's not a fact. It's an if.
But Kyle was still being the same coach.
Hold on.
If he would have made it.
The fact you all you do is shit on Kyle and not want to give him props for the fact that as bad as that game went, he had his team in a position to win the fucking game at the end of the game. That's a coach, dude. That's coaching too. That's just as much coaching as it was Purdy putting us in that position at the end of the game. That's just as much the coach. He deserves the fucking praise for having a chance, as bad as that game went, that we only lost because of a missed field goal.
Preach it, bro.
It's not like we got our ass blown out and he didn't make any adjustments.
He didn't make adjustments throughout that game, though.
He made a shitload of adjustments.
No, he didn't because he waited. He tried.
Do you know how to even watch film?
Beto, if he made adjustments, he would have made adjustments right when Debo went out. Yeah, right when Debo went out, he would have made adjustments.
The line looked like hot garbage.
They couldn't protect.
Killed. But what I'm saying is, if you make adjustments, then your O-line is not going to look like that, and you're going to start making plays. So you can't tell me that Kyle made adjustments.
It's not even on Kyle.
What did he make adjustments to?
It's not even on him making adjustments. Purdy wasn't throwing the ball accurately. Purdy was not able to throw the ball accurately.
That's because he was under That's because he was under pressure for 47% of the fucking game.
Yeah, well, you can't make adjustments to fix that. That's just how it goes.
You can.
You change the game plan. You don't keep doing the same shit that you're doing because you obviously see that your O-line can't hold up.
Plan B doesn't work. You go to plan C. If that doesn't work,
to be honest with you,
what is plan C?
I don't know. I'm not a head coach.
That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a. But what I'm saying is, you're supposed, as a head coach, you're supposed to have backup plans for your backup plan. And Kyle didn't have a backup plan. He stuck with the same plan he had from the beginning.
Yeah, he did because he should have won. He could have won the game, but the kicker didn't make the kick.
How do you know he didn't have a backup plan? Because he didn't call you and told you himself, "Hey, Dion,
No, because I watched the game and I watched him continue to do the same shit he was doing.
I watched the game
too, and I saw plenty of adjustments. I seen a backup
plan. I watched
plan.
To have a chance to
what adjustments? Please tell me what adjustments he made, because I just want to know.
He was able to maneuver
to win the game at the end.
Yeah, at the end, he was running the ball more. He was throwing the small passes down the middle, which they were never attacking earlier, to get the ball where they needed to go, and they got enough yards to kick a field goal to win the game. They made those adjustments that prior to
why make those adjustments in the fourth quarter when and not earlier?
He made some, but they weren't working. Just because they don't work doesn't mean they don't make adjustments. It doesn't work.
I know.
That defense was killing us either way. The defense making adjustments too. They're counter-reacting every adjustment that Kyle makes. Shorts is making his adjustments as well. Their defense, their four were better than our 4 or 5 in the front.
You know what I forgot?
Getting killed.
You know what else I forgot? Schwartz owns Kyle anyway.
But what does that got to do with it?
That means it. What do you mean? What does that have to do with it?
Hey,
it's everything to do with it.
Schwartz got lucky. We missed the field.
You gotta like that stuff plays a factor. Don't downplay that as if it doesn't. As if wins and losses don't matter.
Who went to the Super Bowl? The Rams did, but we own McVay. What does that got to do with it?
That means that you got to get lucky every now and then.
Okay, so sure, Kyle couldn't do it. He's dealing with a Brock Purdy quarterback that is not a freaking elite quarterback. He's just a good quarterback under those conditions, under that weather. And he lost McCaffrey and he lost Debo before the half. The game planning goes to shit because Kyle has a game plan when he has Debo and Christian McCaffrey in there. Defense have to come at us differently. Once we lost Debo, they approach us a little different. And then we lose CMC. All they had to do is take out Kittle, which they did, and they took out you, 2 people. So what do you want Kyle to do?
We didn't even try to go to Kittle.
They couldn't.
So how are we going to say we took him away?
He was blocking for most of the night.
That's because Kyle looked and said, well, the whole line looked like shit. I guess, I have to keep Kittle on the line. You take Kittle and you get him off that line and you make him eat them alive. If I'm not mistaken, I said it earlier when you weren't here, but you were watching, that the Browns give up the most yards to tight ends. They're the ones who suck against tight ends. So why wouldn't we have a game plan installed where we started automatically going at them?
Every boxer has a game plan until he gets hit in the mouth.
Shout out Mike Tyson. Shout out Mike Tyson.
So Kyle had a plan to use,
and Kittle, he got punched right in the fucking mouth.
Punched in the mouth, and things changed.
So then he should have adjusted.
At the end of the day, like I said, we look bad.
How do you know he didn't adjust on short?
I'm not. The thing for me is there's a lot of people that won't hold Kyle accountable, and I will. Y'all can sit there and say that it wasn't his fault, but I will hold him accountable if there are things that I see that I felt he didn't do. Y'all felt like he made adjustments. Y'all felt like he did everything he was supposed to do. I feel like he needs an offensive coordinator because he gets too much in his fucking feelings and he gets too stuck in his goddamn ways. And sometimes you need somebody that's got a level head that will think outside the box and not just get stuck in their ways. There's plenty of games that we have all watched Kyle sit there and be in his own mind and get in his own way. And none of you on this panel can say that he has.
We got the best coordinator in the freaking NFL.
I need you to calm down with that.
He 100%.
That's not what happened.
He is not the best coordinator in the game.
Yes, he is.
If he is, then we would have 2 Super Bowls by now.
He's a top 3 coach.
Okay, well, so now you're trying to change it up because you said.
But I have this question to Ancho. I have this question for Ancho. From the first half to the second half, what was the difference, Ancho? Since you know so much about adjustments or no adjustments, you tell me what difference did Kyle do or didn't do from the first quarter to the second quarter? And only Ancho. I want to see your ass tell me.
Okay, I saw that. Okay, Debo and CMC went out, and so he was trying to go to Ayuk, and that didn't end up working because Ayuk was having a rough game too. He was dropping shit.
And that's not called an adjustment.
Purdy wasn't.
You just contradicted yourself.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So Ayuk was not. It wasn't working. Like Purdy was missing him. You have George Kittle. You have all these weapons. Even if 2 guys go down, you still should be able to adjust. And again, Kittle last week had 3 touchdowns. And like Dion said earlier,
that was the Cowboys defense, not the freaking Browns. Different situation.
Okay, but even the Browns, are not good at stopping tight ends. Their linebackers aren't shit, bro. He could.
They did look pretty good yesterday.
Let's not put down.
I didn't see no linebackers yesterday, but okay.
Defense, they were. Dude, we can't get the ball to the middle of the field to Kittle because the pressure is coming in Purdy's face from the middle of the defense.
We knew Garrett was going to put pressure. Face. We knew that number 55 was in it, but the guy in the middle, a big fat 90, he was putting pressure down the middle. They did not.
So
they were bracketing Kittle, and Kittle's also having to help Chip. Then they're bracketing Kittle, so. What do you want him to do? Throw an interception by trying to force it to Kittle or what?
Okay, look at it like this. Would you rather just say, I'm not going to throw? Like Kittle had 1 catch for 1 yard, bro.
It happens.
It does. You think the Kyle wanted that? You think Kyle really wanted to lose? Let's go ahead and lose because we don't want to give it to Kittle.
But it also goes back to what I was saying earlier. People are going to get hurt. Obviously, you can't always predict that,
but everybody's gonna win the fucking game, and people are gonna get hurt.
People are gonna get hurt. So why would you not have it?
What's your point about people getting hurt?
My point is, you should have a plan B or C because you never know.
We did. We were gonna win the game. The kicker missed the field goal. It's that simple. Okay. It's that simple. There's no conversation. This conversation is fucking pointless. We were in position to win the game. 1 kick away from winning the game, but he didn't make and we missed because of kick. It's not you're having a conversation like we got our fucking ass kicked and it was a fucking blowout. Okay, this conversation
felt like a fucking
because we wouldn't even.
But that's because you're in your emotions. Get out of your emotions, out of your feelings.
So hold on. So anytime we talk bad about Kyle or we say something about him, we're in our emotions. That don't work like that. Because there are times where the man has.
We can't go and criticize.
Criticize them, fine.
Just because we love
criticize them, that's fine. But get out of your feelings.
That's what we're doing.
But we're not. I'm not in my feelings because I'm saying the things that I'm saying about.
We're having a pointless conversation.
But a lot of you guys are in your feelings.
We lost. We lost it very simple. Purdy missed kicks. Moody missed kicks. Purdy didn't score 30. If you look at the common denominator in all of the games that we won, those 2 things exist. They did not. We lost.
How many times did they play the Browns in the 5 games?
Once.
Okay, that's a common denominator. They play that defense. That defense, they haven't faced a defense like that. Who cares about the 30 every week? Who cares about 30 Purdy or whatever?
I'm just saying those are common denominators in the game.
Who else has scored 30 points on that defense?
I don't know.
This year.
I ain't even paying attention. I don't watch the Browns. I couldn't tell you.
The closest came to the Ravens, and they only scored 24. That defense has been stout.
Okay, Steelers scored 26.
But nobody scored 30 though. And the Steelers and Browns, they know each other. You know how those
Yeah, divisional games.
Okay, no, that was preseason. Never mind.
Yeah. No.
Hey, at the end of the day, guys, even if we won, we shouldn't have won. We look like shit, all three phases. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'd rather get this loss out of the way now than way later. I think we needed to get humbled. I think if we kept going undefeated and kept winning games, I think
you know that what you're saying is bullshit, right?
You know that you need to get your head out of your culo too, right?
You know, humble. What the hell are you talking about? Humble. You want to win all the games that you possibly can.
I didn't want to go undefeated. I'd rather get a loss now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that I would want.
Why get a loss if you don't have to get a loss? That's idiotic. That's stupid. I'd rather get a loss today than tomorrow. Why not get no losses? They almost won that game.
At the end of the day, people, we got to remember something. Next week, we get to play Monday night versus the Vikings. We'll take our frustrations.
Maybe we should lose that game too, so we can get even better.
Now that we came back down to earth,
Beto wants us to lose every game.
It's retarded, bro. Son of a bitch. Yeah, let's lose against Cousins so that maybe we'll win the Super Bowl then.
Look, all I have to say is I honestly do believe that Kyle could win. He could benefit from having.
Hey, you guys are right. Why are we mad? Because the Eagles fucking lost too. Thanks.
No! That's fucked up.
Hey, Beto. Quick question, because Miss Debbie asked us earlier in the show.
Yeah, she did.
Do you think that
the size of Brock's hands affected his ability to be able to deal with that weather?
Yeah, hell yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yes, he needs to. I don't know if he's wearing a glove in weather like that. I know.
I don't think he does.
Big Ben did that.
When it was rain games, Big Ben would wear a glove. You're right.
I don't know. That ball was just popped out. He didn't realize until that shit just went right out of his hands. He does have small hands, and it's hard to grip.
Wait, what was that last comment about? What is going on? What?
This one?
I hope Kirko calls his homeboy and Jesus beats you. So what?
What do you read? I can't see.
I don't know what the hell you're talking. What is he even talking about?
Who?
G Son 70.
I don't know.
He's talking
I have no
about
idea what any of that means.
I don't see it.
What he say?
He's talking about.
Look, Mighty 80 out there with some bullshit right now, bro.
Don't even pay.
It's
don't
Midi
even pay
80.
dumb comments like
Midi
that.
80, whatever. He out here with some bullshit right now, man.
Okay, and then here's my last question for you guys.
Brock is not black; he's white, so he has small hands.
Okay,
what do you mean? White
He
people
said
with
the
big
size
hands?
of your hands, the size of you know what.
Oh, here we go with this shit.
Oh my God.
Oh man!
Had to
Here
throw a
comes
stick in
two
there.
more another cowboy.
Brandon, that's your cue. Brandon, that's your
Okay,
cue.
hold on real quick. Hold on.
Wow,
Okay.
he said his 4-year-old got bigger hands than Kenny Pickett.
Okay, so
And Ted Cruz.
okay. What are your
Hey, let's
guys'
bring Jack Hammer in here.
Stop
Oh,
it.
God.
Oh my
God,
God.
Don't
no.
get that started.
Okay.
Beto.
Oh, sorry.
What are your guys' opinions on CMC injury? Are we completely worried? Does he sit out this week?
He's going to be out. I feel like he will be out.
He
A
might be out
weak
1 or
injury
2
for a
games.
running back that's not a walk in the park.
And the
You're
thing
going-
is, they don't know what the MRI is yet, so I'm gonna say
Yep.
he's out this week.
I'm going to say there's no Debo and there's no CMC this week.
Debo
Which
play.
is okay against Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, shit, man. I think Minnesota is out. Justin Jefferson is out for this game too.
Yeah, because he's on IR.
This is what's in Mason's opportunity to really showcase.
Yeah.
we
that
can
he's
run
the
the ball
guy.
down their throats, guys.
No, Mitty, you're right. Yeah, and I've said this before about CMC. I know he has an injury bug in his past, so that's why we as a collective, if there's one thing all of us agree on, don't overuse CMC.
No, don't even overuse Debo.
Yeah, like for me, be honest with you, if CMC is out and Kyle starts Elijah Mitchell, I'm gonna flip my shit.
You know he is, bro.
Like it just God, that's the number one thing I don't like. It's too stuck on guys that he likes.
Does it really matter who starts?
You got to see the reality for what it is. Mitchell did nothing in that game.
I know, but
when
does
he
it
had
matter
his
who
little
starts?
small carries,
If they both get carries,
No, but but what I'm saying is start Mason. Put your faith in him. Give him the bulk of the carries. If you're going to give somebody 5 to 10 carries, make that Mitchell, not Mason, because Mason comes out and does what the fuck he needs to do every day.
As long as we win, I don't care anymore. Let's just go fucking win games.
Nah, man, I don't know. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm out on Elijah Mitchell, man. I'm out. You spend too much time on the fucking IR, bro.
See, that's what I put on the category. Get out of your feelings.
That's not. Why is that in my feelings?
Because I don't like Elijah. Because you don't like him, and you're out. That we shouldn't start him. That's called feelings, bro. I'm sorry.
No, that's called facts. Why are you gonna start a guy who can't even get on the fucking field? When he gets on the field, he doesn't do shit. He hasn't done anything in the whole time that he's been with us this year. Has he done anything? I'm not in my feelings. I'm looking at the facts. You can't tell me I'm in my feelings on some bullshit.
You're in your feelings now.
He hurt. He hurt all the time. So explain to me how I'm in my feelings about a guy that can't barely stay on the field, and then when you get on the field, he ain't doing shit. That's not in my feelings. I'm looking at the facts of what the fuck is in front of me. And at the end of the day, there's a running back named Jordan Mason who seems to get on the field and consistently give us good production. Correct. We're going to sit him in favor of a dude that can't barely stay on the field.
But if Elijah Mitchell is healthy, he's a better running back.
Oh, please, bullshit.
He's the better running back.
Yeah, but you know why I say bullshit? He ain't ever healthy.
Oh, but we're not talking about, I mean, the health is an issue, correct, but we're talking about skill set.
Okay.
If he's healthy, he's a better
If you're talking about skill set, you need to be healthy to show me your skill set. So I am not in any way, shape, or form by stating a fact. The man stays on the sideline because his knees are Mr. fucking Glass. And Jordan Mason seems to be out there on special teams, in the backfield, doing everything that he needs to do. Mason is a fucking dog. And he goes out there and he plays.
I'm not saying he's not injured. A dog.
So you can't tell me that I'm in my feelings because there's a player out there who's not producing for us.
Because he gets injured, but not because he can't do it.
Okay, but that's the whole point. How am I in my feelings? You can't tell me I'm in my feelings for that. It doesn't make sense. Your statement makes no sense.
He will be injured Sunday or Monday night.
And he looked like shit, didn't he?
He hasn't played yet.
Question, have you seen Elijah Mitchell do anything this year?
He just come back
from injury. Have you seen him do anything this year?
He just come back from injury.
Has he done anything this year?
15 touchdowns and over 2,000 yards rushing this year.
In your feelings and in your mind.
I'm telling you, he just came back from being injured. You don't want to accept that because you're in your feelings.
I'm not. Understand. You can't tell somebody they're in their feelings when they give you nothing but facts.
What facts? From his injury. What do you want him to do?
He's been back for 3 games now? Yes.
No, 2 games.
Okay. Where was he? Because he's been pretty quiet to me.
We have Christian McCaffrey. When you have Christian McCaffrey, you're not going to put Elijah. Stupid.
Okay.
Aren't you? But wait, didn't we all just agree that we don't want to overuse McCaffrey and we wanted to rotate our backs?
Now we should put Elijah because McCaffrey's not going to be used.
Now you want to?
Now we put Elijah in.
Well, you just said it yourself. I'm not repeating myself.
Mijo.
If Elijah, if CMC is available, you do not put it Elijah.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. Look, you're supposed to rotate your backs to keep CMC fresh because he does unfortunately have an injury history. So why would you not put Elijah
when
in?
When he's out of the lineup, CMC, the defense changes. Kyle can manipulate the defense when he has him on the field. That's how important CMC is. He needs to be on the field most of the time because he can make his play calls.
So you can't do that with any other back. You mean to tell me Kyle has no faith in anybody else?
His running backs are as good as CMC.
I've seen Elijah Mitchell make a catch in the backfield before. I saw it in the playoffs 2 years ago.
So that makes him as good as CMC because he made one fucking catch up.
No, I'm not saying he's as good as CMC, but he has the ability to.
Defenses do not make changes for Elijah or Mason. They do it for CMC.
I will tell you this: if you put Mason in the game more, they will start to realize we are going to have to game plan for him. If you gave Mitchell some carries when CMC was in there, they would realize what the threat that he used to be, and then say, okay, we've got to make adjustments no matter who's in the game. But when you rely on one guy to do every single thing at the running back position for you, and you decide not to rest that dude, it's not good, because then teams are going to say, okay, Now I can adjust when Jordan
they do
Mason's in the
rest
game.
him.
But what I'm saying is, if Mason comes in the game and is running the ball better than CMC and doing the same things that CMC does, then you don't have the opportunity to adjust. You have to stay the same. You can't do anything. Why? Because I'm getting the same production out of him that I would get out of CMC. I am not stating that Jordan Mason is on the level of Christian McCaffrey, not in any way, shape, or form. But I am telling you right now, he's definitely better than Elijah Mitchell. And I'm only stating that because, once again, these are facts. Elijah Mitchell is not a healthy player. I don't care about what you can do when you're healthy. You have to be healthy to do it. If that's the case,
but he's
then we should have never cut D Ford. We should have gave him every treatment in the fucking world and made sure that his back and his neck was proper so he could get on this field whenever the fuck he felt like it, and then produce whenever the fuck he felt like it. At the end of the day, if you are an injury-prone player, it is what the fuck it is. I'm sorry. I cannot rely on a player who can't get on the field. That's not me being in my feelings. Those are facts. If that's the case, then we should have just kept Jalen Hurd and kept stringing his ass along with his fucked up back. What are you
never
talking about that, though?
He never played.
Man. These are facts. You can't go against the facts.
How are they facts?
He's never.
Elijah Mitchell never played.
I'm not going to be.
Elijah Mitchell never played.
You just.
He's played enough to showcase how good he is when he's healthy.
1 year is enough, and he missed games in that year. 1 year is enough.
He's still better than Mason.
He ain't played much since then. That's enough.
I'm not defending his injuries. I'm defending when he's on the field healthy, he's a damn good running back. The problem with Elijah, he's always hurt, and that is an issue. You're right about that.
Okay, so if that's an issue, and you know he's always hurt,
he's good.
But if that's an issue, you know he's always hurt, and you're seeing what you're seeing from Jordan Mason.
Monday,
you need to tell me that you really feel that a guy who can barely stay on the goddamn field is better than the dude who has been out here producing for your team. Mason has 2 touchdowns in the last 2 games. He had 1 in the game before. He had 1 in this one. The man is averaging over 5 yards a motherfucking carry. I'm sorry, a blind man can see the shit. There is no reason that you put Elijah Mitchell on the field over Jordan Mason when Jordan Mason is consistently producing. At the end of the day, you want guys that are going to go out there and produce for the team, get you touchdowns, yards, and wins. But you do not want a dude who's only going to go out there for one play, get hit in the knee, and then go right the fuck back out on IR next week.
We agree on the injury part front. If you're not the best ability is availability. We know that. I know that. I'm not arguing that. My point is when Elijah Mitchell's healthy, he's a better running back than Mason. So on Monday, if he's healthy to go, I'd rather go with Elijah than Mason as a starter because he's shown to me in the past when he's healthy that he's a better running back.
And that's in the past. This is a what have you done for me lately league we are talking about right now. We ain't talking about 2 years ago. That's where you at. Get out of 2 years ago.
But he hasn't done anything this year.
Exactly.
Because he's been hurt.
When somebody gets hurt, they're not going to get their job back right away when they come back.
Because he's hurt, not because he's not played good. If Elijah Mitchell stays healthy for the rest of the year but doesn't do shit, then I'll say, you know what? You're right. He hasn't done shit. But I'm not going to use that because he's hurt that he's not a good running back. If he remains healthy the rest of the year and does not produce, then you guys are 100% right. But he's not producing, not because of his ability, because he's not able to stay on the field. That's a completely different thing. Completely different. And that's fact. At the end of the day,
I need a guy on the field who is going to produce, okay? There was a guy here by the name of Mike Singletary who was a head coach who pulled his motherfucking pants down, slapped his ass, and said, I want motherfucking winners. I want winners. And right now, Jordan Mason looks like a winner. You know what Elijah Mitchell looks like? A guy who's only going to get hit one time and go down again.
But that's your opinion.
That's not my opinion. Those are facts.
No, it's not a fact.
How is it not a fact that did he not already go down this year in this game?
He's going to fall down hurt.
Come on, Beto.
He's going to get hurt on Monday night because he's fat.
Come on, bro.
That's idiotic, bro. That's idiotic.
Come on, bro.
What are the facts, bro? You're making no sense.
What facts? The fact that he did that in his rookie year.
He's going to get hurt on Monday just because you say he's injury prone.
Tell me what he's done since his rookie year.
When he's played, he's able. He got in touchdowns. He moves the ball. He's closer to CMC.
Where are the numbers and figures? I don't see that shit.
He's been hurt, Dion.
That's what I'm saying. The best ability.
But that doesn't mean he's not good. He just doesn't have good luck with injuries.
Okay, well, that's not my look. Luck ain't my fucking problem. Winning games and having a viable running back on the field to produce is my problem.
So
if I have a viable running back named Jordan Mason that's producing,
if we win on Monday night with Elijah, doesn't matter to you.
Wait, hold on, Beto. But hold on.
Doesn't matter.
You can't keep doing that, man.
If we win on Monday night with Elijah, does it matter was Elijah that started?
But Elijah's not going to start, dude.
I'm just saying, but answer the question. If he starts Monday night and we win, does it matter that he started? Yes or no?
No.
Does it matter that he gets hurt? Yes or no?
No.
That's my point then.
But
let's wait until Monday.
Why would you put? But what? Okay, so you made your point. Now I'm going to make mine.
Okay.
As a head coach, don't you want your best players on the field?
Yes, that's why it would be Elijah.
Hold on. No, that's not why you go with Elijah. Because Elijah is not your best player at the running back position right now. Because Jordan Mason is.
So if he doesn't, Mason doesn't start.
Listen to me. If you put Elijah Mitchell out there and all he does is go in there for one fucking play, and you wind up and his knee gets ripped to shreds, as they always do, because
then you bring in Mason.
Very, very injury prone.
Then you bring in Mason, and there you have your guy that you want.
But what I'm saying is, why set yourself up for that failure automatically? Why
but
not?
If he gets hurt, you bring in Mason. I don't understand your point. You want Mason. He gets hurt in the first play. Mason's in. You're happy.
No,
what's the point?
No, it's not. I'm not happy that Elijah Mitchell gets injured. I'm never happy that anybody.
But you just said in his first play he gets hurt.
I am saying, if you are injury prone, I lose faith in you. Yes, I do, and that's not somebody being in their feelings. That's just me looking at the facts. You can't stay on the field.
Not about that. About giving up on him.
The same goes as how it was with Jimmy. The guy was always injured. Yes, and how did we feel? How did we feel?
Look at him now with the Raiders. Isn't he always injured?
Jimmy. I love Jimmy. I don't know. You guys hate Jimmy. I didn't.
You don't love Jimmy.
Man, you don't love Jimmy.
I have two Jimmy in my closet.
You don't love that.
Stop the
You don't love Jimmy. Don't lie.
I like him more than I love Milk Dud.
You did not say that.
That I can believe. That I can believe.
Okay.
I'm messing with you, Milk Dud. I love you too, bro. I love you.
Yeah.
You don't know shit about football, but I love you, bro.
What he said? Okay, he said Mitchell is not. Thank you. I just feel like at the end of the day, period, point blank, you want to put your winners
and your guys coach. I like that phrase.
That are going to produce. Be smart about it.
And you're right about that. If you put in Elijah and he produces, you're happy, right?
That's a big if.
No, but if. Okay, but it's still an if.
I'm sorry. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Okay, so if he plays on Monday and he starts and he plays well, even if we lose, but he plays well, I'm going to be shocked on the next time.
I'm telling you right now, he's not
get hurt.
He ain't going one game. One game ain't about to make me have faith in him. He gonna have to give me. First things first. He's gonna have to actually remain healthy for me to have any faith in him. He's got to be able to actually be an active participant in games before I have any kind of faith in Elijah Mitchell ever again. I need you to actually be on the roster and be active on game day.
That's fair. That's your opinion. That is fair.
That's a start.
But
and
Kyle
then if you back that up by being healthy and producing, then you can start to win a little bit more favor with me. I'm not going to sit. I don't like injury-prone players.
All right,
I can't stand them. So I feel like they're.
Let me ask you guys a question. Honest question, Dion. Honest question. Based on this year alone, Mason is a better running back than Elijah, in your opinion? Yes or no?
Yes, in my opinion.
Yes.
If next Monday Night Football, if CMC can't go, and Elijah Mitchell is called the starting running back. So what then? Is Kyle just an idiot, dumbass that needs to get fired for that move?
No.
I never said he needs to be fired.
Why would he not start Mason if Mason's a better running back?
But it's not the fact
hold on, Brandon, I got this. Are we all aware that Kyle has his guys?
I don't think Elijah's his guy.
No, Elijah's his guy.
He's never on the field to be his guy.
Yeah. Well, hey, but you just said that he would be smart to start him. So if he's never on the field to be your guy,
no. See,
why would you put Elijah Mitchell in? When you've seen more than enough from Jordan Mason this year, and Bobby Turner is back, and he can say Jordan Mason been better than Elijah Mitchell.
Bro,
why would he be his guy?
Bro, try putting words in my mouth. I never said he was smart for starting him. I said if he starts him, doesn't mean he's not smart.
Oh no, I never said he wasn't smart.
No, I know you didn't.
I didn't say he wasn't smart for that. I just said that I'm saying it would be smarter if you went ahead and said, "Hey, Mason is going to be the starter. Elijah, you're going to be the backup." And why is that? And if Elijah questioned me, I would look at Elijah and tell him straight up, "I'm sorry, sir. You have a problem staying on the field. So that means you're going to get into backup duty." That's that. And remember this. Didn't we have a head coach right there? Wait, hold on. Didn't we have a head coach that said, can't lose your job to injury? Lots of people have lost their jobs to injuries on this team. So why wouldn't Elijah Mitchell lose his job? Kyle's guy. These are all facts, people. I give you nothing but facts. I don't come with feelings as Beto likes to.
Jalen Hurd was his guy. He's not even on the team.
Who?
Jalen Hurd.
Who? No, dude.
Jalen Hurd. They didn't have look at that point. You just don't have a choice with broke back Jalen Hurd. Pause.
Okay, the running back that they took off to Philly. What's his name?
Trey Sermon.
Sermon.
No,
wasn't that his guy?
Okay. We all know Kyle can't draft a running back to save his life. Nope. We all know that.
We agree on that. But if that's his guy, that's why Trey Sermon failed. Even though he can't draft a running back, he should still be on this team.
No, because that wasn't his guy. But look, if there's one thing that I can agree with you on, it's the fact that Kyle will finally, I think, you know what I think happens? I think John finally gets in Kyle's ear and goes, "Hey man, look, it's time to let go. I need you to stop." Kyle Shanahan should never draft another running back as long as he lives. Just don't, because his running backs suck ass.
He should instead just be taking a hat at the end of the draft with the name.
Welcome back, TL.
Yeah, welcome back, TL. You know what I'm saying? If we go to the Super Bowl, man, I will be in Vegas. That much I can tell you.
Yeah.
I have too much family in Vegas. I don't need to be worried about a hotel. But I can tell you this: I'll go out there to be out there to have a good time, be able to party. But I ain't going to the game. I ain't paying that kind of money. Allegiant Stadium, they're out their motherfucking mind.
Yeah, they're
the
crazy.
Prices they want, they can kiss my black ass.
Yeah, I mean the prices are insane right now in a regular season game, man.
Yeah, regular season game is insane.
Talking about Super Bowl, real quick question.
Yeah,
we get to the Super Bowl. God forbid something happens to Christian McCaffrey. He's hurt. We bring in Elijah. Elijah runs for 200 yards. Hold on, question. He runs for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and we win the game. But right before the game ends, Elijah gets hurt because he's injury prone. Are you going to be pissed off that he got hurt, or are you going to be happy that we won Super Bowl because of his running?
No, I ain't thinking about his injury. We won a fucking Super Bowl.
There you go. So it does, as long as he can produce.
No, don't try to do that, Beto. I saw you trying to spit it. I caught your ass. I caught you.
I'm just making a point. That's all.
You see how he did it? You see how he tried that shit? No, you're not gonna pull a fast one on me.
He knew what he was doing.
Brandon would have fell for that easy.
Brandon would have been like, at the end of the day, all we need to do is take our frustrations out on the Vikings next week.
Yes.
Yeah. That we can agree on.
Yep. Okay.
Let's take our frustrations out on the Vikings. So we got to do.
One more question for you guys before we leave.
2 more questions.
What do the Niners need to do and change to be able to pull out a dub next week and not have the same mistakes that they did last week against the Vikings?
The defense needs to first for me, I'll go first. The defense needs to do nothing. They need to do the same shit they fucking did this past week. There wasn't nothing wrong with the defense. I'm sorry. They were fine. The only issue that they had was Amari Cooper kept getting open for chunk plays, and I think that was mostly on Demo. So Demo better clean that shit up.
Yeah.
And then the other for the offense, simply put, if I'm Forrester, I'm that O-line better look stellar in fucking practice. Y'all better, I better not see Purdy even breathe wrong. I am on that O-line like stink on shit. That O-line has to be better. We cannot allow that pass rush to get to us. Because I can tell you right now, there's one guy on that team right now that I would love to have had on the opposite side of Nick Bosa, and that is Neil Hunter.
Yup.
That because he is a hunter.
He's
and if you
leading
would
the
have put
league in
Hunter on
like
the other side of Nick Bosa, I can guarantee you
He's
there'd
not
be a
Myles
lot
Garrett, though.
more pressure.
He's not Myles Garrett.
okay, but he's still leading
He's
the
not.
league in like
He is no
pressure.
Myles Garrett, but I can tell you right now, Daniil Hunter is at least a top 15 pass rusher in this league.
Talking about
at a minimum.
offense, you know which offensive player gave the less pressures against the Browns?
Yes.
McKivitz.
Yep, Colton McKivitz.
Go figure that shit out.
Go.
Yeah.
One.
What killed me is I thought, honestly, just me, I'm thinking if I'm Myles Garrett, I'm going to eat Colton McKivitz alive. Myles said, fuck that. I want big Trent Williams.
No, I give it to Myles.
I want
is a
him.
bad dude.
He also went
Myles
off.
Garrett-
Miles is younger, and Trent is older, and Trent was hurt already.
God, bro, that dude. Hey,
But
man,
he's a beast. I'm not taking anything away from Miles.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you right now. Put it like this.
Didn't he have 10 on roller skates?
Are
one
we
time?
about to see Jalen Moore on Monday?
Hold on. Let's do something real quick.
No.
Let's do something real quick.
Hope not, dude.
Okay, just hear me out. Hear me
Okay.
out. Myles Garrett on one end, Nick Bosa on the other.
Oh my God.
Even
I'm
Daniil
trading.
Hunter
Look. Let me tell you this: if there's ever a fuck them picks moment, you go to Cleveland and say, "Give me that guy. I'll give you first. I'll give you another first. I'll give you a second. I'll give you a third." You know what, Kyle? Go and send your wife too.
You know what? Oh, shit.
Myles Garrett and Nick
Did you send his
Bosa on
wife?
opposite edges
Wow.
is just flat out disgusting.
Listen, I agree with you that Garrett is that type of player. But Milk Dud made a great point earlier before I jumped on. He brought it out, and I agree. Randy Gregory had
he
a
did have a
phenomenal
great
game.
game.
Now, that was his first game. As he starts getting more better with his defense, we might have our Myles Garrett in a sense in Gregory opposite of Bosa.
I'm gonna say calm down, but okay.
No, in a sense of he brings pressure. He's quick off the line,
does. He does.
and he has big arms. He can at least grab the
His
quarterback
arms
and
are
pull
long.
his ass down.
That's very true.
People don't realize how important that is to be able to reach from behind and pull his ass down and just throw him off his game.
Yeah.
That I mean, he was
there
a
was
beast
another.
game.
There was another guy who had really long arms.
Yeah,
way before
Alden
Brandon
Smith.
Ayuk, Alden Smith.
Yes, and he reminds me of Alden Smith.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I miss that dude.
Yes, me too.
Same.
Here.
I just wish.
Coco.
I really wish he could have stayed away from that bottle, man.
I know.
That alcohol is what
Blame
did
that
me
on
in.
Kaepernick. Kaepernick slept with. He caught his Kaepernick in bed at his house with his girlfriend.
Yeah. You didn't know
Yeah.
that?
You didn't know
Oh
that?
snap! That's Cap.
He came home. Kaepernick was in his bed with Alden Smith's lady.
Man.
That's what drove him drinking.
Oh, come on, Cap. You don't do that. Hey, man, it's very simple rules, man. You don't. Come on, man.
Bros be
bro.
hoes. But
Come on.
Yep.
You know what this dude does, Cap. You ain't shit for that, man.
I'm telling you,
ain't shit
bro.
for that, bro. That's
Beto,
not right.
what's your thoughts on what the Niners need to do to clean up their mess that they had on Sunday?
Protect Purdy. Give him time to throw. And defensively, you got to bring more pressure. You got to bring more pressure on that quarterback. I think our quarterback was under duress more than freaking PJ Walker looked like freaking Patrick Mahomes back there.
That's one thing we can say. Browns, your defense look great. Your offense is shit.
Yeah.
I know Amari Cooper got over 100 yards, but I'm gonna tell you right now, PJ Walker definitely was not it.
But we were missing Greenlaw.
You look like
Very
shit.
important note. Greenlaw
Oh,
was
yes.
very much
that's
missed.
why we were so bad at also
Yeah.
stopping the run because
Yeah.
like we just
Greenlaw.
didn't have Greenlaw to go to the other
And he
side.
should be ready to go. So I think defense. Listen, I hate to be the Vikings. I'll be honest with you, because
Yeah.
the Niners got embarrassed.
I think they're pissed.
They're going to
Yeah.
take it back on the Vikings and the Viking. Kirk Cousins.
Good
Kirk
night,
Cousins going to
Kirk.
be running for his life, bro.
Kirk,
I'm
Hey,
telling
man,
you.
look, wait a minute.
Already.
Beto, remember what is it? Monday night. You know.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to
Yeah,
fail.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know he's
prime
going to
As soon as the
fail.
lights
It's
turn on, it says Monday Night
time.
Football, and they play
He's
the
gonna
theme.
fail.
Yep.
He's gonna fail miserably, and it's gonna be
prime time.
beautiful to
Even if it was
watch.
Sunday night. Like,
Gregory he'll have 2 sacks,
Two
guaranteed.
sacks? Okay. You know what? You know what?
Game one.
You know what?
That's
You know what
crazy.
I'm calling in this next game?
What's up?
I'm calling 2 picks, one by Huff, one by Gibson.
Oh, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Real quick, I know we don't want to blame refs and bullshit, but
no, we had some bullshit calls from the refs. We did.
My goodness.
No,
Not only that, but
the refs
on
are
the
assholes.
Monday, what was the game on Sunday night? Or the one with the Giants and the Bills. That was a bad call too, man. They should have called a PI. He was holding all over.
What kills me is how do you like? I feel like one of your challenges should be able to challenge an actual call.
Yeah,
because it's just there are times like we saw that replay. Gibson led with his shoulder.
What else can he do?
They're like, oh, it was a helmet. Hey, bro, didn't even have his helmet.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran. He knows what to do. And even when he does it right, you're still going to penalize him.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for that penalty, they wouldn't have scored that field goal.
Yeah, no, and it wasn't like Gibson hit him with the helmet or anything.
No, nothing. He hit him where he's supposed to hit him.
That was a clean hit.
Yeah, exactly.
And I forget what the other one was that they screwed up on. They fucked that one up too.
Was it the one with Demo with the PI?
PI. It was not a PI.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand.
That right there. Put that back up there, Brandon. That's the key. This right here. No Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. And Marcus Davenport. Yeah, he's out too. He got hurt.
And who's and Davenport is who? I don't know what that is.
Edge, he was on the same.
An Edge that came from New Orleans. He's okay. He's not.
What is he?
Think of him like Jackson.
Yeah, defense.
Think of him like Jackson type of style.
Yeah, now I remember who it is. Okay, no. I know.
Yeah, he was the number 1 draft for the Saints, and then
yeah. No, yeah, but the only person we got to worry about really on that defense is Daniil Hunter. You got to be careful with him because he can come off that edge and do some things. But I honestly think that. And when Booth is calling back, like even Dean Blandino was like, "Man, I hate having to call stuff like that. That there are certain things that just aren't penalties, and you got."
Yeah, he said it. Yeah, he said it himself. That's not. It wasn't what else he's supposed to do.
Especially that fumble too. That fumble.
Oh my god, bro!
That should have been a fumble.
Yeah, the one.
When his hand going forward, it was not going forward.
Nope.
It moved like that because of the hit.
Yeah, basically. When you see that's why I say you should have the opportunity to challenge at least one call per game and make them go to New York and say, hey, look at this. All right, you done fucked up, you're wrong.
Yep.
Because refs make bad calls.
Yeah, they do.
There are too many times where they do it and they can cost you a game.
Can we agree on this? That they shouldn't have no referees over 50?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, they need to bring in like.
Dude, they cannot keep up running. They're 50 yards behind the damn receiver or running back.
I've said that. And I've even said that about other things. Like if you have a ref I would say your ref should be 30 to 50.
30 to 40, I would say.
Yeah, maybe even. It's just because you got to remember, like I talk to people all day for a living. Part of my job,
especially in the Super Bowl.
And I'm telling you right now, anybody over 50, talk a little slower. They're not as quick to react when you say things. You know what I'm saying? When you get that person that does, it's an anomaly. So yes, when you get older, things slow down. Your brain doesn't process as fast. You don't get older and get better. You get older and get worse. And it's not to say that
and they're stubborn in their ways too.
And he just beat me to the point. Get stubborn, you old motherfuckers. You get stubborn. You don't want to do shit differently.
Normally, it's like that person. I'll take offense to that, but I'm gonna let it slide right now because I'm.
No, it's all good.
55,
it's all good.
But I know what you mean.
No, but I mean, like it's okay. It's like the people I talk to. Sometimes I have to tell them, when I ask them a question, they get mad. Well, why you gotta ask that? First of all, it's because your stupid ass didn't want to register for the internet. So maybe you should fucking do that. Oh, I don't need no internet. Yes, the fuck you do. We're in 2023. The fuck do you mean you don't need no internet? You dipshit. You can't live in the fucking past forever. You probably still got a rotary phone.
You have to adjust.
You go like this and let it come back, and then go like this and let it come back again. Come on now.
No,
you got to upgrade at some point.
With that said, hopefully I'm alive long enough when me and you get older. I see you older. And like in 40 years from now,
bro,
let's see if you make the adjustments.
Bet though, you living to be 150. I'm shooting for 100 and I'm going to sleep.
Not the way I ate tonight. I'll probably die tomorrow.
You ain't dying, man. Shut up. Don't say that.
good, bro. I was so
No
full I couldn't
mama's
get off the
way.
couch.
Hey, man.
All right. Okay. So Anshul, need your answer, and then we'll end it.
So
En
the
español,
question,
Ancho.
okay, be quiet. Shut up. Bro. Okay, so you were asking, what do I think they need to do to?
Yeah. What
like,
we got to do next week, man?
What we got to
Man,
improve?
We gotta clean up.
And if you get it right, I'll give you a lollipop.
Fuck your lollipop.
So you can suck on it.
Fuck your
I
lollipop.
bless.
I'd rather just not have you come on the show next week instead.
Oh,
Uh,
fired.
oh.
All right,
Shot.
Anshul, come on.
Up. See? Yeah, you done fucked up.
Sound fucked up. All right, hurry up.
All right.
There you go, give it to him. Yeah, full screen.
I think that the offense.
Get that nose closer, bro.
Let's see your boogers.
Fucking asshole. Don't let him frustrate you.
Okay.
Going from.
All right. So I think that the offensive line, definitely needs to improve. Next week. So yeah, I think the offensive line, and really, I think the defense played really, really well. Still, I think that Drake Greenlaw probably sounds like he's gonna be.
Sorry.
I'm not super surprised. Like, I think we'll be fun on defense. Just offensively, I think it's just execution is the biggest thing, and just not having drops. So I think, number one is offensive line for sure, because that's where just a lot of pressure was given, and I think especially that's why Purdy didn't look as good and had that interception. So
Are we home next week, or are we?
no, we're
we're
away.
in
We're away?
Minnesota.
Oh, they are in
okay.
Minnesota? Yeah. All right.
Elijah, don't get hurt.
For me,
Yeah, don't. For real. Don't get hurt again.
for me, I'm gonna say same thing. O-line needs to step up big time, especially on that right side. The Browns blitzed literally all game, and you saw it. So they really need to clean that up. And then also too, especially if McCaffrey don't play, we gotta see improvement on how Purdy plays without McCaffrey and Debo, because you could tell how bad he was hurting for them last week. So that's going to be interesting to see as well. Defense, yes, they played well, but they need to learn how to fucking tackle. I'm tired of this bitch ass tackling that they're doing with the fucking shoulder to the knees. Grab the motherfucker and take them down. I'm so sick of this shit. Me and my dad were talking about this during the game. I'm like, tackle the motherfucker. You tackle them right, they won't gain any more yards. None of this bullshit ass shoulder shit. Like, a lot of players do that. It's not just us. It's like literally everybody in the NFL does that shit, and I don't understand why.
So what Brandon is saying is y'all need to start tackling like Bowman and Willis used to tackle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So,
wrap up.
Mind you, 18 missed fucking tackles in this game, guys.
Yeah, that's
realize
bad.
that.
That's bad.
So that's my take. We're gonna end it there. We'll be back again to preview the Vikings game. It'll probably be later in the weekend, probably if everybody's free. But we'll let you guys know for sure. But until next time, guys, go Niners.
Go Niners.
Go Elijah Mitchell.
And then in the words of